Hello everybody, welcome back to the shop for Pinto crash debriefing, baby. Alright guys, yeah, the Pinto went in hard. Took out the power for Western Kansas. I don't mean to laugh. That kind of blue chunks hit them power wires, though they just touched and kind of fused themselves together. They got to get someone out there to defuse them. They said it'll come back on. Park ranger said it was no big deal to him, but his wife was watching Dancing with the Stars. but I don't know, guys. It took. I knew as soon as I took off, I was in trouble. You can see me panicking, flipping switches. It took off all by itself. So it was going pretty good, though. I mean, I held the brakes and it just launched. Took off about halfway down the runway. It had pretty good speed. It was riding a wheelie for a little bit. And you know, and I thought it was all right. And it took off and it started climbing. And then, you know, I punched down, and you seen it do that a little bit, you know, I nudged it down to get it out of the climb, you know, and then I hit a couple clicks of down trim, and it was flying level, but every time I didn't have very much aileron. So I flipped it to high rate aileron and high rate elevator, because the elevator, it felt funny. And then every time I went to do something, it snapped. So it was, oh no, so I flipped it to low rate elevator. Then it, you know, it was still snapping. You know, I got it turned back into the park, heading back into the park, and right at the last it snapped again, and it was heading towards the ground. That's when right before that is when I flipped it to a low rate elevator, but I was pulling kind of hard to turn it to get it back in the park, and it snapped. So on its way down, you know, when it snaps like that, you got to let go of the sticks. If you're holding them sticks, it won't come out of it. You gotta let go of the sticks and let it get up some speed. And man, I just pulled on that up a little bit. And you seen it in the video start to pull out, and then it snapped again and hit the power wires and then bit the dust. Oh well, guys, a wise man once told me that's why the highs are so high, because the lows are so low. But oh well, we got the molds. Maybe someday I'll build another one. But I put the CG on this main spar. That's where everyone thought it should be. You know, that's a third of the wing right there. You know, that's about right. That's where you want it. Oh, man, all the way up here. And then I CG'd it with the tanks empty. I had 10 pounds of fuel here. Now how can that be tail heavy? You know, the CG would have to be way up here. And that's just not right. A third of the wing it's just the wing. But with that tapered leading edge, I don't know. You know, them P-51s, that's how they are. I don't know, guys. It was tragic for sure, but what it acted like to me, it was tail heavy. You know, and it's a shame. That's the bad thing about these scratch builds like this. You know, that's why that Thunder Chief was so amazing that it flew. Because you know, scratch building something. Whew. Oh well, but I do got some good news. Ollie's Thunder Chief is just about done. I'm putting it back together now. I got them new parts in his elevators. Dad came over and worked on his mains. On the mains, they're working great. The locks are working great. I got these valves on the main gear, them electric valves, they're working great. Got it all put back together. Looks a lot neater than it did first time around. We also added a bell crank. Can you guys see it down here? And that has a ball bearing in it. And then when I just got a piece of linkage going up here that takes the load off the servo. And they hold air for, you just ain't Yeah, can't see without getting under it or taking it off. But yeah, me and Dad come over the other day and we whooped that up. And it just bolts right to the retract. Works great. Everything's going a lot smoother this time, and everything's working fantastic. So I just had to give you guys a debriefing on the Pinto. I'm back home now. I'm going to start making some videos. Had to do a little decompressing. Tomorrow I'm going to get on these. As soon as I get that primed, I could pull a part off of it. That's my cockpit tub, so I got to do that tomorrow. And I'm going to prime that as well. My new fuel tank plug. Get that all primed up tomorrow. And this thing's coming together. It held air all night long. I knew it was them valves that were leaking. Them little violet valves leak like a sieve. But it's all fixed up now. So that's all I got for you guys. And it's alright, you know, you got to truck on. You know, if you can't handle something like this, you shouldn't be in this hobby. Sad but true, it happens. And you got to keep chin up. You got to keep going forward. You know. And truck on. So we'll see you back in the shop.